Continuous measurements. Continuous measurements involve the ongoing and real-time observation of behavior. These measurements offer a detailed understanding of behavior patterns, facilitating effective behavior change strategies. Frequency. Definition: frequency refers to the number of times a behavior occurs within a specific time frame. Formula: frequency is measured by simply counting how many times something occurs, usually by using a tally counter. Simple explanation: frequency is just counting how many times something happens. Example: counting the number of times a child interrupts on Tuesday. Rate. Definition: rate measures the frequency of behavior occurrence per unit of time. Formula: rate is measured by dividing the number of occurrences by the observation time. Simple explanation: rate is like frequency, but we also consider how much time has passed. It is especially important when the duration of sessions varies. Example: the rate of a student raising their hand during a 45-minute lesson. Duration. Definition: duration measures the length of time a behavior occurs continuously. Formula: duration is measured by counting how long the behavior lasted, usually by using a timer. Simple explanation: duration is how long something lasts. Example: measuring the duration of a child's tantrum from the beginning to the end. Latency. Definition: latency measures the time between the presentation of a stimulus and the initiation of a response. Formula: latency is measured by counting the time between the presentation of a stimulus and the initiation of the response. Simple explanation: latency is the time it takes to start doing something after being told. Example: measuring the latency between giving an instruction and a student beginning a task. Inter-response time, IRT. Definition: inter-response time measures the time between the end of one response and the beginning of the next. Formula: IRT is measured by counting the time between two consecutive responses. Simple explanation: IRT is the space between the end of the first and the beginning of the second responses. Example: measuring the time between a child's bites. To sum it all up, frequency, the number of behavior occurrences in a set time frame, is akin to counting instances. Rate, a step further, involves considering time in the frequency equation. Duration measures how long a behavior lasts continuously. Latency gauges the time between a stimulus and the initiation of a response, while inter-response time, IRT, assesses the duration between the end of one response and the start of the next. These measurements are integral for crafting targeted interventions and understanding behavior patterns in a BA.